Top story is the weather. We are going to take a live look outside now. We're once again dealing with very hot and humid conditions today. Let's check in with Storm Team 3 meteorologist Hannah Evans for a look at the forecast. Hey, Hannah.
Hey Sarah, yeah, it was a hot and humid day out there today, but we are beginning to track a few isolated showers and storms on our Viper radar here. They are moving through Pembroke, Statesboro, just heading towards Savannah as they are developing in the west and extending east. We're also seeing a few showers heading toward Beaufort up in the low country at this hour, and a few showers down toward McIntosh County as well, a few thunderstorms. Nothing is severe, but there are a lot of lightning, heavy rain, and gusty winds embedded within these storms. That is because it was hot and humid today. It triggered a few isolated showers and storms. That is helping with the temperatures though, because we can see here the areas that are seeing the storms are cooler. 80 degrees in Glenville, 87 degrees in Baxley, 78 degrees in Darien after seeing the 90s today for the high temperatures. So that's also helping with the heat index. Some of us still feeling like the triple digits, but the areas that are seeing those storms are feeling a little bit better out there. So the storms coming in from the stalled front to the north, aiding extra moisture. The heat and humidity once again with that high pressure system in the Gulf, where we are going to be seeing that heat and humidity continuing tomorrow, where we now have an excessive heat warning in effect for the coast once again, 11 a.m. through 8 p.m., where we could see heat indices right around 112 to 117 for 2 hours or more. So because of that, we have another weather aware day in effect for tomorrow due to high temperatures close to record highs, possibly reaching 100 degrees tomorrow in Savannah, and heat index values over 110. I will talk a little bit more about how we may see a little bit of a cool down toward the end of the week in just a few minutes. Sarah.
Hannah, thank you. As the war with Iran persists, crude oil and gas prices continue to fluctuate, driving consumer interest in electric vehicles. Cameron Sanders with our sister station in Augusta spoke with a car salesman to see why drivers are considering a switch.
We see the gas prices and everything else increase. We see a lot more customers coming in looking to shave that dollar amount and put money back into their pockets. The overall cost of an electric vehicle month to month is less, so we see a lot more people looking into EVs.
According to Georgia Power, by 2030, the state is projected to have at least 500,000 EV cars on the road, with the difference of charging and fuel costs playing a major factor.
Your average SUV is going to get about 25 miles per gallon. Your average EV is going to get about 31 kilowatts per 100 miles. The EV is going to be about $700 per year versus the gas car is actually going to be $2,300 per year.
But many have concerns over the effect charging a vehicle can have on a power bill. Georgia Power spokesperson Tiffany Anthony says the time you charge the vehicle can minimize the impact on your bill.
Charging your EV at home impacts your power bill less than most people think. Between the hours of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. are the cheapest. It's roughly 2 cents per kilowatt. So it's great time to do your laundry, set the timer on your washing machine to run it, to charge your EV vehicle.
The national gas price average continues to climb, today hitting an average of $4.06 nationwide. Here in Georgia, drivers are paying an average of $3.79 a gallon and $3.61 over in South Carolina. Closer to home, drivers in Chatham County are paying an average of $3.83 per gallon of regular unleaded, $3.73 in Effingham County, and $3.71 in Bullock. Over in South Carolina, drivers in Hampton County are paying an average of $3.77 a gallon, $3.69 in Beaufort County, and $3.66 in Jasper County. Well, a proposed open AI data center in Effingham County is raising new questions about its impact on the Savannah River. County leaders say the facility would use far less water than other data centers, while the Savannah Riverkeeper says there are still concerns about what happens to that water. Effingham County is calling the open AI data center Project Camellia, saying it is water done right, but the Savannah Riverkeeper says just because it might be better than others doesn't mean it won't cause harm. WSAV's Isabella Baez has more on what questions river advocates want answered and why they say even a small change could have a lasting impact.
Savannah River Basin is 400 miles long, 10,000 square miles. So this is not the first data center. It is one of the largest, however.
According to officials, the proposed OpenAI data center will use a closed-loop system to regulate the facility's water usage. The loop system is said to work like a car radiator by continuously recirculating the same water until it needs to be changed out. However, Steve Yules with the Savannah Riverkeeper says that leaves the question of where the water will go when it needs to be changed.
There hasn't been a lot of clarity as to where that water goes when they do flush it, what other chemicals are in the water, and also at what temperature it might re-enter the watershed.
Effingham County making a social media post calling this project Water Done Right, as it will only use treated surface water, not groundwater, saying this will help protect the water resources the community depends on. And it is said to use a lot less water than other data centers across the country.
As many safeguards as might be taken, it will in some way affect the river because this is sitting right in the middle of the watershed and it is so large, it cannot help but affect the river in some way.
Yules tells WSAV him and his team weren't shocked to find out about the proposed OpenAI facility, just concerned with a list of questions.
What is your stormwater plan? What is your power plan? What is the water usage based on power generation?
That was WSAV's Isabella Baez reporting. The Savannah Riverkeeper also says their team has not met with the county or OpenAI officials, but are planning to in the future. Well, digging deeper now, the data center is expected to require about 3,200 megawatts of power, enough power to power more than 1 million homes. Earlier this week, the Georgia Environmental Protection Division held a public hearing on a draft air quality permit for the expansion of Georgia Power's Plant McIntosh in Rincon. If approved, the permit would allow Georgia Power to build and operate 2 new combined cycle units. The expansion is part of Georgia Power's effort to meet growing energy demand, including from data centers. At that meeting, Rincon residents raised concerns about how the expansion could affect their quality of life.
Numbers down here are already brutally hot and heavy on the lungs. We just want to make sure that whatever gets added to the air doesn't make these hot summer days harder on our kids playing outside and the folks working jobs outdoors. A big question for us is kind of the bigger picture. Our area is growing fast. We have new factories coming in, more traffic, and many new developments. When the state looks at this permit, we ask that you look at everything together.
EPD officials say they'll review public comments before making a final decision and could make changes to the draft permit. If approved, the new units are expected to begin operating in 2030. Well, turning to a quick reminder, drivers in Savannah will soon face fines again if they're caught speeding through school zones. Starting tomorrow, the Savannah Police Department will begin issuing citations from school zone speed cameras for the 2026-27 school year. The cameras have been active since August 3rd, with over 600 drivers receiving warnings during an initial 2-week grace period. Beginning tomorrow, those warnings turn into fines. A first violation costs $75 and a second violation costs $125. Cameras will operate from 45 minutes before school starts through 30 minutes after dismissal. The cameras are only active on school days.